919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 12 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by the Sea Champion. In the headlines, Trinidad and Tobago does not qualify for a share of the 500 million COVID vaccines promised by the United States to the COVAX facility. Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez advises the executive of the Water and Sewerage Authority to hold its disconnection drive. Work on the new Tobago Airport terminal will begin from July 5th, and internationally, Japan to allow 10,000 fans at Tokyo Olympics. And now the news in detail. Trinidad and Tobago does not qualify for a share of the 500 million vaccines promised by the United States to the COVAX facility. This from the Vaccine Alliance Gavi, the body that handles the COVAX facility. The body says the vaccines are meant only for donor-funded countries. A Gavi representative said in a statement that Trinidad and Tobago is a self-financing participant of the COVAX facility and that the doses will be made available to 19 economies eligible for donor-funded vaccines via the Gavi COVAX Advanced Market Commitment, as well as member states of the African Union. On June 10th, U.S. President Joe Biden announced the donations, which Gavi welcomed. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley referred to the vaccines promised by the U.S. during Saturday's COVID-19 media briefing, saying that it was a promise that had not yet materialized. However, Dr. Rowley noted that we have not seen anything come through and we don't know if we will be qualified. While the Prime Minister was unsure on whether TNT would qualify for the donated doses, the Gavi official confirmed that as a self-financing part of the COVAX facility, TNT was out of the running for the donated jabs. Under the plan, 200 million doses of the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine will be delivered in 2021, starting in August, with another 300 million shipped in the first half of 2022. TNT has received 2 tranches of vaccines from the COVAX facility, totaling 67,200. TNT also received a donation of 100,000 Sinopharm vaccines from China and purchased another 100,000 that landed in the country last week. TNT also received donations from CARICOM neighbors Barbados 2,000, Grenada 10,000, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines 5,500. In other news, Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez has advised the executive of the Water and Sewerage Authority to hold its disconnection drive. On Thursday, WASA announced the start of the debt recovery action against customers who have not paid their outstanding arrears. It said these recovery actions commenced on Wednesday with the disconnection of several customers in Barataria, San Juan, and Chaguanas after numerous attempts to encourage those customers to pay or make an arrangement to pay proved futile. Speaking with reporters on Friday, Minister Gonzalez expressed concerns about the timing of the disconnection drive. These concerns, he indicated, were raised with members of the authority's executive on Friday. Gonzalez later confirmed that WASA's executive director was advised to reconsider the drive and instructed to place emphasis on the transformation exercise. In more news, the National Infrastructure Development Company Limited said work on the new Tobago Airport terminal will begin from July 5th. In a statement, NITCO said the project will comprise the construction of a new terminal building and associated airside and landside infrastructure. NITCO is the executive agency for the project, while the China Railway Construction Caribbean Company Limited is the contractor undertaking the design, construction and commissioning of the project. NITCO said as part of the works, the contractor will be engaged in activities such as demolition, excavation, building construction, road works, drainage works, installation of services infrastructure, apron and taxiway. The project is expected to last for 2 years. Finally, on the international scene, up to 10,000 Japanese fans will be permitted at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic venues despite warnings from health leaders. Overseas spectators are already banned, but organizers said domestic fans could attend providing crowds did not exceed 50% of a venue's capacity. Fans will not be allowed to shout or speak loudly and must wear face masks at all times while in venues. Should there be a rapid increase in COVID-19 infections and impact on Japan's healthcare systems, the five parties will consider further restrictions. The Olympics are scheduled to begin on July 23rd, while the Paralympic follows a month later from August 24th. On Sunday, a state of emergency in Tokyo was lifted 5 weeks before the start of the Olympics. And that was the 12 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by the Sea Champion. Recapping the headlines, Trinidad and Tobago does not qualify for a share of the 500 million COVID vaccines promised by the United States to the COVAX facility. Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez advises the executive of the Water and Sewerage Authority to halt its disconnection drive. Work on the new Tobago Airport terminal will begin from July 5th, and internationally, Japan to allow 10,000 fans at the Tokyo Olympics. Stay tuned to the Street 919 FM. I am Vanessa Thomas. Do enjoy your afternoon and stay safe.